Welcome to J is for Justice podcast. If live breaking news and following true crime is your thing, then please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like what you see in my videos, please consider giving them a thumbs up. Hey guys, welcome back to J is for Justice. I am your host, Jay. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, please consider subscribing and giving this video a thumbs up if you like what you see today. Welcome in, everybody. I want to say hello to all my moderators that are here today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And to everybody that joined Granny and I last night on my other channel, Every Day with Jay, we did this dual streaming thing, like a collab stream. It was so cool. It was fun. And it like let her broadcast to her channel and I broadcasted to mine, but we were on panel together. So it was pretty cool. We've been talking about that, like, how does that work? How does that work? And then we finally figured it out. So thank you, everybody that came in last night. I appreciate y'all. We have a story out of Tennessee we're going to cover. And I'm taking a step away for a few hours from the craziness of the Sebastian Rogers case. And I think this is an important story. Good afternoon, Jenny W. Mrs. Smith, Pearl Strand, Damaris, Damris, Kels, thank you. Hey, Shell. Take your time, Shell. Hey, Betty Smith and Rach Huff. Oh, yes, it is 9/11. We remember 9/11 for sure. You do, Melissa B. Hey, Melissa B. Hey, Tracy V. Good to see you. It's good to see everybody today. If I missed you, you know I do watch the chat. But this story is out of Millersville. Now, Millersville, I know somebody asked how far it was. And Andy, thanks for being here. You're going to be able to fill in a lot of blanks. Andy in chat is a local. So be looking out for, his comments in the chat. He's got a lot of information. He's been following this stuff. So from Hendersonville, just to give you guys an idea, Hendersonville to Millersville is 28 minutes. And it is located, let's see, just north of Nashville. So kind of between White House and Goodlettsville lies Millersville. Hey, Jillian. Hey, Raven. Hey, Barbie. Good to see you. Hey, Angie B. Hey, Miss Mary. Hey, Just a Girl and Mandy Moo. NFT. Women is sacred. Women are sacred. Hey, Global. Global, I want to thank you for everything that you helped me do. Thank you so much. And if you guys would like to tip during the stream, the moderators will let you know how. If you'd like to become a member during the stream, the moderators will help you out with that as well. So we're going to get into today's story. I'm going to try to keep this condensed with as much information in this live as possible. So welcome in, everybody. I thank you for being here, and I thank you for hitting that thumbs up today. Hi, Jips. Hey, Fem. R. Taylor says, praise the Lord. The real Jay back on true crime. I am so happy. What does that mean, R. Taylor? You don't like me calling out the bad stuff? You just like me presenting cases and digging? Alyssa, running around a warehouse today on this Wednesday afternoon. Well, I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad that you're happy to hear this story, because I'm not here just, to make numbers, right? I'll talk about other stories. I always have. So I'm happy that there's 215 of y'all in here that are happy to hear about a story that the TBI is investigating against a local PD department. And this involves, you got it, pedos. There's a pedo aspect to this story, and it's really disturbing. So I thank you. I thank you very, very much. All right. So this one is from all these are from News Channel 5, which is the same network that Nick Barris works for. This one is a month ago. So this started being reported on, I don't know when, but this is July 23rd of 2024. Candy girl, you are my world. Thank you for becoming a lawful listener. I appreciate you. You look so sweet. You're a special treat. Name the band. Thank you. Thank you, Wooly, for being here. Mr. Nice Guy, what's up? Betty, it is important. Okay. So this is the District Attorney General, Robert Nash, asked the TBI to look into the Millersville Police Department's handling of a child predator ring. They started months ago. Gina H., it's Sumner and Robertson County. Mandy Moo, I agree with you too. It's New Edition. Candy girl. Global got it. You are my world. Bobby Brown when he was a kid. Okay, here we go. So this is them looking into a child predator ring as part of this thing. Like these guys are like, the chief of police name is Shawn Taylor. The chief of police is Shawn Taylor. And he is like all into these QAnon conspiracies. What's up, Gone Girl? He's all into these conspiracies of QAnon and that, politicians had kids hid underground, all of this stuff. But what's really disturbing, let me show you this really quick. Look at this group of yahoos. Y'all are going to puke. There's only like 4 cops in this photo. This is their child predator busting group. Okay. Only 4 of these people are police officers. And it was a botched sting. Spivey, me too. Spivey, I am with you in the shock factor. This is nuts. This is some Ernie Shell type of shit. So what they did was they set up stings for predators, but they had non-police officers doing it. So when they do these stings, these are like sworn in officers that get on these computers before they start doing stings where they're luring predators, right? Well, they had everyday people, these girls, honestly. You'll see in the secret recordings that we have. They had these girls being the ones luring these guys to a freaking gas station. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even fucking joking. These guys were setting up stings and having them meet at a gas station, kind of like this one. This was a that they used in Tennessee to set up predators, to have them meet there. Yeah, botched. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Just a girl. So all these people that have been arrested are looking to have their shit overturned because of this madness coming from this police department. So it was really interesting to me, and I'm just throwing this out there to, put your tinfoil hats on for a second. And your thinking caps, which, our tinfoil hats over here double both. Our tinfoil hats are dual purpose. They're thinking caps and the traditional tinfoil hat. So this is what really made me, I got a sick feeling in my stomach. So I'm putting it in. I'm not saying this is any way, shape, or form connected, but my mind went there. So when my mind goes there, I share it with you guys with our tinfoil hats. Okay, so they're setting up stings at these, looks like kind of desolate gas stations, right? So I love to see all your tinfoil hats because remember this day? Do you remember this day? When we all wondered, where is he? What is he doing? So let's get back to our story, though. So here we have the secret recordings that are going to come out. And we're going to listen to those now. So, yeah, I know it's a different gas station. I get it. It's just weird, It's just a little weird. Okay, so here we go. We're going to watch this first video from News Channel 5. This should start to put all the pieces together for this story.
The department is now the focus of a TBI investigation. Hi, everyone. I'm Rory Johnston. This development follows an exclusive News Channel 5 investigation that raised questions about a child predator sting run by the department and what appears to be lies told under oath. News Channel 5 chief investigative reporter Phil Williams uncovered this latest scandal.
This is really bad, guys.
Finally, someone's paying attention.
Yeah, it sure looks that way. The DA, whose district includes Robertson County, tells me he requested the help from the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation after seeing my investigations. Among the issues, he wants to determine whether Millersville police intentionally decided they would lie to a judge.
Basically, we were working with the Vets for Children Rescue and doing some operations with them.
2 months ago,
FYI, this is Shawn. This is Shawn. Could this be the Shawn that they speak of? Shawn? Look at this guy in the end child trafficking shirt. It makes me want to throw up. And the guy to the left of him? These aren't cops. Shawn Taylor is the chief of police, but there's only a few cops. They're going to tell you who these people are, but this is Shawn Taylor.
Operations with them.
2 months ago, Millersville conspiracy cop Shawn Taylor teamed up with a controversial group, Veterans for Child Rescue, that claims to have experience running stings searching for child sex predators.
A veteran group. This is a veteran group put together to catch child predators.
Bad boys, what you gonna do?
A cheesy video put out by that group boasted of its success, one arrest and a potential 70 additional warrants. But after News Channel 5 investigates obtained secret recordings from that sting, it is now the focus of a probe by the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. DA Robert Nash.
His ass looks like freaking Richard Allen, doesn't he? That looks like Richard Allen to me. He's like a doppelganger of freaking Richard Allen.
Investigation. DA Robert Nash tells me, quote, I do think what I saw in your reporting is troubling and very serious, and I am doing what I can to get more facts. News Channel 5 legal analyst Nick Leonardo.
That this is the most disturbing video that I've ever been asked to comment on since I've been doing the legal analyst job here at the station.
Oh, yes, you can get my number. Oh, yes.
These are the girls doing these stings for him. How old is this girl? What is going on? I don't know how old she is, but she's the one on setting up stings with predators. This is the weirdest shit I've ever seen out of a police department in my 6 years of YouTube. The weirdest and the most sketchy.
Those recordings show volunteers from Veterans for Child Rescue like Kim Kelly were the ones posing as the minor, even though state law says it has to be law enforcement. Police arrested one man who had bicycled up I-65 thinking he was going to have sex with a 12-year-old girl. But when the case went to court, this man, Detective Todd Doris, testified that he and a fellow detective were actually the ones doing the chatting.
It does not represent the truth of what really happened during that operation.
That's that girl. That's the girl right here, Kim Kelly. She was the one that was working for this organization.
Truth of what really happened during that operation.
You were the one actually chatting with the suspect.
Yes.
Yeah, she does.
Detective Doris declined to comment on whether he might have committed perjury during his testimony, a question that could have consequences for other investigations involving the Millersville Police Department. When former Mayor Tim Lassiter was arrested back in the spring.
Former mayor arrested? I didn't even know this. Terri Lynn says I'm best friends with the mayor. What mayor? She said not the mayor of Hendersonville. But the mayor was fucking arrested?
Doris was the one who signed the warrant. DA Nash tells me, quote, "I can't comment on an open investigation, but I am trying to get to the bottom of it." Now, how long this investigation will take is anybody's guess. Meanwhile, DA Nash tells me that he will personally review the file of that one man charged in the sting to determine what should happen next. And Rory.
Okay, so now we're going to see more of those videos.
What happens when you give a gun and a badge to people who believe in and share bizarre conspiracy theories? Well, tonight, secret recordings from inside an operation run by the troubled Millersville Police Department provide a sobering answer to that question.
Those secret recordings were obtained by News Channel 5 Investigates from inside what was supposed to be a sting operation to nab child sexual predators. But as you are about to hear, in their zeal to make some big cases, Millersville conspiracy-minded cops appeared to have crossed the line of what is legal.
This is another exclusive dug up by our chief investigative reporter, Phil Williams, and what you've uncovered, we've heard some of it. It's disturbing.
Yeah, sick individuals prowling online spaces in search of children is a real concern for law enforcement, and agencies like the TBI have had real success in busting those predators. But this Millersville operation appears to have been flawed from the very beginning.
I'm not authorized to just do this.
In the 15 years that Nick Leonardo has helped News Channel 5 sort through sometimes complex legal issues,
Oh, man, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I used to have one.
none compares to these secret recordings that we obtained from someone inside what was supposed to be a sting to catch child sex predators.
Bad boys, what you gonna do?
That sting, touted in this cheesy video posted online, was run back in May by Millersville's conspiracy-minded assistant police chief Shawn Taylor and a colorful cast of characters he assembled for the operation. Nick Leonardo's reaction?
That this is the most disturbing video that I've ever been asked to comment on since I've been doing the legal analyst job here at the station.
Some of your theories are so bizarre. Are you worried about them affecting your credibility?
I have no worries about that.
As News Channel 5 Investigates first revealed, Shawn Taylor had voiced.
This is Shawn Taylor right here. This is so disturbing. I am so disturbed of this. Well, that's a show, right? But these are cops doing it. When cops do it, they're supposed to be cops doing it. Cops aren't supposed to set up side shows. That's not how you handle it when you're a law enforcement agency investigating a sting, putting up a sting. It's supposed to be all cops. It's weird. Who thinks it maybe wasn't a sting to begin with?
Shawn Taylor had voiced support for all sorts of bizarre conspiracy theories, many of them involving child sex trafficking and some of the country's most powerful political figures.
So be real careful, especially when it comes to our state agencies.
In a phone call in the run-up to the Millersville sting, Taylor once again reveals his conspiracy-fueled paranoia, insisting that the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation and other state law enforcement agencies are involved in the child sex trafficking.
So we just got to be real careful with them because we have people that we've already identified that are involved in the money laundering side.
You hear this shit? This guy is straight up accusing and saying he's identified people in the TBI that are money laundering.
Be told it's a lie.
It's unhinged.
It's unhinged. It is very, very, very dangerous.
In fact, this team photo for Operation Clean Sweep, as Taylor dubbed it, consisted of just 5 police officers from Millersville, none with actual experience running child sex stings. 2 of the men were introduced to the group as prayer warriors. The woman in the middle.
Prayer warriors? Are y'all hearing this? This is not normal. Having groups like this is not normal. There are vigilante groups, but they don't do horse shit like this. Prayer warriors? That sounds sketchy.
A 3-time Republican candidate for Congress from North Carolina.
Someone who ran for Congress?
Who faced accusations of domestic violence and child abuse that she denied. There were also 2 MAGA podcasters and
2 MAGA podcasters. Look at these clowns. They all give me Creep Town vibes. Yep, Shawn is the chief of police here, I think, and he was the one that his house was raided. Guy behind is a former, yeah, they're going to say that, former Navy SEAL, too.
And this man, former Navy SEAL Craig Sawman Sawyer.
Craig Sawman Sawyer.
And one of those locations is near Nashville, Tennessee, that they're flying the children into.
Sawyer.
Do you hear this? They do fit to be tied. I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said it, because they all do to me too. Every last freaking one of them. Oh, the assistant chief. Yeah, we need a definite Creep Town dude on this one, because this is
psychopathy.
It's literally psychopathy.
Creep Town, dude.
It's terrifying, Daz. These are the men we're supposed to trust to protect our children.
Child abuse that she denied. There were also 2 MAGA podcasters and this man, former Navy SEAL Craig Sawman Sawyer.
And one of those locations is near Nashville, Tennessee, that they're flying the children into.
Sawyer now routinely makes unfounded claims, raising money for his own nonprofit called Veterans for Child Rescue, although there's no evidence that his group has ever rescued any actual children.
Look at this. This is disturbing AF. So there's no proof that they've ever rescued any children. Look at this. Look at this clown. Is it a coincidence, Candy says, is it a coincidence that dog called Seth Shawn? Do you guys think it's a coincidence? Oh my God. Okay. Sip says Sawyer is a predator. His daughter accused him a few years ago. Anything with Sawyer is bad. Andy, but by them having no LE involved, it's going to set free and overturn a bunch of bad people. They do not represent the majority of LE, but it's fucking terrifying. It does sound like an Ernie Shell deal, doesn't it? It's really scary. This is scary to me.
And here behind closed doors, Sawyer talks about his own bizarre hopes for his work with Shawn Taylor.
Start whacking some.
Hold on. Let's look at this again. Hold on. This just looks... Why is it so dark in their room? Like, these people are effing weird.
Shawn Taylor.
Start whacking some, not to make it political, but whole leftist, corrupt, pedophile, this evil thing that's taken over Nashville.
And just when you thought it couldn't get any more shocking, you keep listening, and it just gets worse as it goes.
We're going to have search warrants that are already, they'll have to meet certain parameters for us to execute the search warrant, but they're going to be pre-signed search warrants.
And so a search warrant cannot be pre-signed. You have to see what's going on.
Pre-signed search warrants? Oh, I'm sure there is, Pearl. I'm just covering this aspect. Pre-signed search warrants. We all know that you have to present enough evidence, probable cause, to get a search warrant, right? I think so too, Andy. He may know now. He may know now. Isn't that crazy, Andy? When things start to come together.
And you have to put that into a warrant, and you have to swear to that individually in front of a judge, and that becomes the probable cause.
Is a pre-signed search warrant going to stand up in court?
A pre-signed search warrant would be
illegal.
A criminal offense in and of itself.
In the recording,
a pre-signed search warrant would be a criminal or a crime in and of itself.
a member of Sawyer's team reveals a deal with Shawn Taylor where Millersville PD would seize data from any suspects and share that data with Sawyer's group, people who are not sworn law enforcement officers.
They're going to dump their phones, and they've agreed to give us their contact lists off their phones.
But there's no reason whatsoever that any kind of evidence, electronic data that's seized from any kind of device pursuant to a valid search warrant should ever be in the hands of a private individual.
In our case, you literally create a profile, and within 10 seconds, it's flooded with predators saying, hey, baby, blah, 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 blah.
Did you hear that? You create a profile, and within 10 seconds, there's predators. The fuck, man?
Should ever be in the hands of a private individual.
In our case, you literally create a profile, and within 10 seconds, it's flooded with predators saying, hey, baby, blah, 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 blah.
And the video shows it was members of Craig Sawyer's team actually doing the chatting, posing online as a 12-year-old girl. But listen to what Shawn Taylor says he was told about how it had to be done to make it legal.
So we just talked to our DA. And so with the Tennessee state law, it says that the officer has to do the actual typing. I
have a question. Is this Shawn Taylor in jail? Is that what you're talking about? Hey, Squids, is that what you're talking about? Is Shawn Taylor locked up? Yeah, the TBI raided their entire police department. They were looking under hoods of cars. For what? Were they taking black boxes? Yo, listen. Jason, don't say that. Don't say that, Jason. We love you. Jason. Email me, Jason. I don't even use Instagram. What is going on in Tennessee? But is he in jail? That's what I'm waiting to see. Right, Lisa. Who's ES? Squids. Who's that? I don't know who that is. Jason, please keep your head up, buddy. Email me if you need to talk. I'm here for you. He's not in jail? Good grief. Why not?
Our law, it says that it has to be a law enforcement officer posing as a minor.
Clearly, it needs to be a post-certified sworn law enforcement officer on the other side of that computer tapping those keys.
They needed videos of the law enforcement chatting.
I'm not getting your faces.
Yeah, I'm cool with it, but they wanted to show law enforcement, not us touching the phones.
And the fact that they end up with people who are not law enforcement officers tapping the keys, those cases are in trouble.
Those cases are in serious, serious trouble.
The recording showed the plan was to try to lure the predators to this shell station here in Robertson County.
Oh, Ernie Shell. Gotcha. Duh. You know what, Jason? We're here for you here. You got lots of love right here. I know you do, buddy. I know. We love you, Jason Riddle. We do. I'm blessed every time you come in here and say hi. And when you don't come in, I worry about you. So keep in touch with me, Jason. We've known you for a long time, man. You're my family. You're my brother. Don't forget that.
Because the officers thought the prosecutor in this district would be more likely to work with them on their cases.
Yeah.
This is one of the detectives from that sting who's talking.
Mater there is best friend with the district attorney in Robertson County. They went to high school together. Mm-hmm. So he said, let's put this here so I can talk to him. And we lock everything in.
So the reason they picked that shell station in that county is because they're saying, oh, we know the DA and we'll be able to get those charges to stick. But how do we know? Yes, everybody give Jason some love. Jason needs a hug and some love. We love you. Anyways, how do we know they didn't set up stings at other gas stations? That this was just one of them? Like, we don't know, right? We're only getting a little bit. Loaded Hot doesn't trust the media accounting on this. Loaded Hot, are you thinking that they're on to something? And the media is like working to keep it shut down? Because I don't. He does need to be found, Jason, and we're so glad you're here.
So he won't stand for nothing, and they all hate pedophiles.
And when they did get one suspect who had bicycled up I-65 from Nashville thinking he was going to have sex with a 12-year-old girl, Millersville police took the man into custody.
They said he was pedaling like a sumbitch.
And the recording showed the suspect was brought here to this fire station.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm not against them arresting someone who pedaled their ass off to go meet an underage kid. Lily Ray, that was really sweet. You guys are all sweet. We have such a nice group here. Hi, B in Florida. I agree. Aw, you guys are so sweet. That's why I love you guys. You guys have the biggest hearts. Oh, Jason. And that's why whenever you have a chance, you pop in, buddy. You do what you can. Right, Andy. Mm-hmm. How many other stings did they set up? But, I mean, I'm not against them arresting a guy who would pedal his ass off to meet a kid, but you got to do it right, and why wouldn't they? TBI collected what Morris and Taylor asked for help with back in February, August. But instead they turned off their databases. What does that mean? I don't understand what that means. I don't know. I don't understand what that means.
And he didn't want to talk to police, so they turned him over to Craig Sawyer's film crew.
I just walked out. And also, camera crew went in and just started asking him questions. He just gave everything up.
The camera crew went in?
Yeah.
Is that?
That's fine. We didn't prompt them.
Even the girl on the little team is questioning if it's legal. Aw, Jason, that's so sweet. Even the girl on the team is like, was that legal to send the camera crew in? Because the guy wouldn't talk to y'all. Like, take him down, do the right thing. Oh, like, detain him, take him down to the damn station, and you question him. Instead, they put these people on it Thank you, Vivian P, for your super sticker. I appreciate you. She says, you're number one. Thank you. I appreciate you, Vivian, lots.
Yeah, we didn't prompt him to ask any questions. We didn't have him do anything. It was unsolicited, and he just started what we call spontaneous utterance. Just laying it out there.
And hands down, the confession is not coming in for a host of different reasons, because you have a private third party doing the interrogation and sitting here and filming it. That's not coming into evidence. It's just not.
This guy could walk, probably would.
He certainly would walk. Certainly would walk based on the facts that we're going over here. I don't see how this prosecution could stick.
Still, the suspect was booked into the Robertson County Jail, which the detective grimly hints could be his last stop.
Probably, honestly, I wouldn't doubt he gets come up missing in the jail.
Yeah, I agree. I would like that.
See, that's fucked up. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't like pedos any more than the next guy, but this department is out of control. I'm glad they shut down their access to databases. This is so dangerous. Oh, he just disappeared from the jail. Yeah, I would like that. These people are fucking scary, dude. How do you just make people disappear? Sebastian Rogers just disappeared too. And they're talking about making people disappear from jails. The fuck? I am shook. I am shook.
In the name of Jesus, Father God, Lord.
That's a Robertson County thing. That way people know Robertson, Murray, Hickman, Monroe, and Giles. You're not coming out of the jail.
What does that mean? What does that mean? What does he know that the rest of us do not?
Essentially, it sounds like he's saying, we're taking him to a jurisdiction where we don't think he'll come out alive.
Well, yeah, that could be the inference that's drawn. That's very scary. And I think that's cause for an investigation by the TBI to determine what is meant by that.
Nick Leonardo says he believes Millersville PD is now a rogue agency where conspiracy theorists have decided the laws do not apply to themselves.
From what you've heard in these recordings, is this a police department that's out of control?
It sounds to me like it's a police department that had never had control. This is jeopardizing the safety of the citizens of the city of Millersville, and something needs to be done.
Craig Sawyer has gone on InfoWars and other far-right podcasts attacking me for my investigation of Shawn Taylor and claiming that this predator sting generated enough evidence to charge another 70 people. There's no way to tell if that's really true. After all, he has said a lot of things that are just flat out false. And unfortunately, Millersville police did not respond to my request for comment.
This guy has balls, too, reporting on this. So for those of y'all that are saying like, oh, I don't trust the media with this, but this isn't even the media. This is News Channel 5 in Nashville. And this guy uncovered all of this stuff. And wouldn't you be scared? Thank you, Mayberry. It was a fun collab. We hope to do it again. So, I mean, this guy's calling it out. How scary for him to be a local journalist. I can't even say AJ or I'll get demonetized. After this reel, take a look at reels done in the past. See, I'm not really worried about that. I'm worried about the here and now. I'm not doubting that this has been a corrupt agency for many, 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 many years. Usually corruption follows corruption until the cycle's broken. So that doesn't, surprise me. And I will watch those offline. But today we're focusing just on this aspect of it. And if you guys have any information, any links you want to send me, you can send them by email. Because I got to get all this stuff together before you know what I'm saying? I look into it. So I appreciate anybody sending me anything that that maybe I missed or I didn't catch on in the live. I really, really do appreciate that.
Nick Leonardo referenced this, but you have some sick, dangerous people, real predators, who most people would agree need to be behind bars.
That's right.
But that won't happen if you're not following the law.
Yeah, if you want to enforce the law, you have to follow the law.
Right. That's basics for cops. All right. One more video here. Let's see what this one is.
With breaking news, this is News Channel 5.
Okay. This is 6 days ago. Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. It's just more troubles. This is 6 days ago.
At 6.
Oh, I'm sure.
Our coverage of the breaking news, the TBI raid on the Millersville Police Department continues now at 6. And good evening to you. I'm Carrie Sharp.
I'm Rory Johnston. After months of questions raised by News Channel 5 Investigates, the TBI descended upon the Millersville Police Department, as well as the home of that department's conspiracy-minded assistant chief, Shawn Taylor.
Our chief investigative reporter, Phil Williams, is leading this investigation for us. He joins us now with team coverage of this major development, Phil.
That's right. Minutes after we got word about TBI agents being spotted outside Millersville City Hall, our entire News Channel 5 Investigates team sprang into action, trying to learn what we could from watching as the raids unfolded. Taking to the air in Sky.
This is their police department. Imagine raising your kid in this community, Candy. Terrifying to find out.
5 for a bird's eye view of the Millersville Police Department. And here on the ground, we watched as TBI agents executed a search warrant issued by a local judge. Photojournalist Brian Staples captured these images of the two men at the center of the investigation. Police Chief Brian Morris and Assistant Police Chief.
So these are the two guys right here. These are the two guys, Morris and Shawn Taylor.
Chief Shawn Taylor could do nothing but pace and wait as agents combed through their offices inside City Hall. Agents initially directed their attention to a number of vehicles parked outside City Hall.
All right. Well, Michelle, we just went over this. The difference between vigilante predator hunters is that they're not cops, right? Cops are supposed to, when they initiate a sting, it's supposed to be all law enforcement, sworn in law enforcement officers, so that that evidence can stick in court. They're not supposed to bring just lay people into a criminal investigation or a sting operation. That is so sus.
A local resident captured this image of agents searching an unmarked police car as a police chief and a detective looked on.
We'd like to talk to you about some of your conspiracy theories.
All right, well, have a good day.
All of this comes amid questions raised by News Channel 5 Investigates about the town's assistant police chief and his sometimes bizarre conspiracy theories. Authorities have confirmed that the TBI is investigating the potential misuse of sensitive law enforcement data as Taylor has pursued those theories, as well as questions surrounding what appears to have been a botched child predator sting involving a controversial out-of-state group. But the searches were not confined to City Hall. 9 miles down the road, photojournalist Bob Stinnett and investigative reporter Levi Ismail were monitoring the second raid.
We're just north of Millersville here, outside of Assistant Police Chief Shawn Taylor's home. Now, you could see one TBI vehicle right behind me here, but there are about 7 others right down this driveway outside of the home. We've seen TBI agents going back and forth from their vehicles to the home, carrying documents, carrying clipboards. There's been a lot of activity outside this home. Now, TBI hasn't told us what they're searching for.
Well, they're taking a lot of shit out of his house. Welcome in, Sold Out. Do I think that dog said Shawn because this case is connected to SR? I'm behind. I don't know. I think it's interesting his name's Shawn. I think it's really interesting. Millersville is Sumner County. Chief Morris is former officer from Robertson. Let's see. I'm going to figure this out. What county is Millersville, Tennessee in? It's in both. It's in both counties. Millersville, Tennessee is located on the borders of both Sumner and Robertson counties, 15 miles north of Nashville. So part of it is in Sumner. That's effed up. Holy.
Quite yet, but Shawn Taylor has made several claims about the Covenant School shooting, about local lawmakers and their connections to child trafficking. And so part of the question has been, has Shawn Taylor been using his access through Millersville to conduct some of these investigations for his own agenda? At this point, those
for his own agenda? Sumner City. No, that's not where Summer Wells was. I don't know what you're talking about. Sumner County. Summer Wells is in Hawkins County. But Millersville isn't Sumner County Sheriff. What? But Millersville isn't Sumner County Sheriff that's handling Sebastian's case. Well, no. No, of course it's not. Hendersonville is where Sebastian went missing from, right? Sumner County Sheriff is handling that. Why would it be Millersville? Why would it be a city police department? That doesn't even make sense. Right, exactly, Michelle. It's completely separate. When law enforcement sets up a sting, I said this before, when law enforcement sets up a sting, they're not allowed to bring in lay people, right? They're not allowed to do that. Now, can lay people do vigilante things and call law enforcement? Absolutely. His own agenda. If he's collecting evidence to try and prosecute them, how is that his agenda? Whether he's right or wrong in his methods. I'm thinking maybe they're thinking he has a different agenda than what's been said. Like if I'm reading between the lines, Squids, I think he's saying maybe there's another agenda. Hey, Bob G.
Claims about the Covenant School shooting, about local lawmakers and their connections to child trafficking. And so part of the question has been, has Shawn Taylor been using his access through Millersville to conduct some of these investigations for his own agenda? At this point, those are all questions that TBI is hoping to answer by running an investigation here.
This is Shawn Miller's house. Or what's his name? Shawn Taylor's house. Sorry. This is Shawn Taylor's house.
Here by searching his property, and at some point we hope to have an answer as to what they find.
Meanwhile, online, the reaction from Shawn Taylor's camp was predictable.
Friends, I just did a live podcast with 16 million people exposing how Tennessee Bureau of Investigations just raided the chief of Millersville Police Department, raided his home, and raided the police department.
As the conspiracy theorist at the center of that botched child predator sting blamed me for that TBI raid, which he claimed is designed to cover up for child sex trafficking in Tennessee.
The locals there who have been victims of organized crime.
Okay, so they're accusing the TBI of covering up pedophilia. I think it's more the other way around. I think these guys have this shady group to cover for their pedophilia. Shawn Taylor is the Millersville assistant chief. Cherries, you can send it via email. The mods can put the email in chat. Thank you. Appreciate you. And I'm sorry that you're going through that. I'll help you as much as I can, hon. They use outside agencies all the time. What if there is a sex ring and they are powerful to pull this to stop them? Why can't he investigate what he thinks is happening? Because I think he's covering, this is what I think. I think they're covering for what they're doing that's illegal. That's my thoughts. I don't think the TBI is covering it. I think they're doing exactly what they're saying the TBI is doing. You get what I'm saying? It's projection.
Bing bang.
Listen to this motherfucker. Oh, the TBI is doing this. It's like, no, you're probably doing it. You're probably doing it.
Sex trafficking in Tennessee.
The locals there who have been victims of organized crime exposed to us that, Phil Williams is a cover-up man, that the TBI does have a percentage of their bureau that's corrupted.
Still, a Millersville city commissioner tells me he hopes this raid will be the beginning of an
Okay, this guy's an old timer. You see this guy? This is a retired commissioner from this town. He's been around. He's a fucking old timer. Listen what he says, okay? He's going to know more history about this town than any of us combined. And let's get his thoughts on this.
An effort to restore sanity in the town he calls home.
The fact that the TBI is here, does that give you hope?
It gives me a lot of hope, and I'm glad they're here. Maybe we get answers for the people of this city.
No,
See, he seems to me like an old timer, like, hey, this shit's been crazy. And he's got a nice ass house for being assistant chief of police in Millersville. What's his salary? Can we check it out? It should be public, right? Shawn Taylor, Millersville Police salary, 2023. Let's see. Here we go. It's not hard to find. Not hard to find. Oh, in 2008. Wait, is this the same guy? Shawn R. Taylor. Oh, shit. Look where he used to work. Metro Government of Nashville in Davidson County.
Bing bang.
He had an annual salary of $78,965 when he worked for Davidson County. Yikes, Ashley. He was a police officer for the Metro Government of Nashville and Davidson County. What county does Seth work at again? What county does Seth work at? Oh, is it Davidson? Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, yeah, JJ, that's probably what it is. That's probably his wife having a lot of money in inheritance. I'm reaching for sure. But I was just wondering what it is Davidson then. Oh. Well, it says here he's been a police officer for quite a while. But I don't see a salary for Millersville, but he worked for Davidson, so let's see if we can find the Millersville one. Let's see. How long was he a cop? Hang on. Hold on. We've got two things to look at here. Hold on. It says here he was there until 2023, right? Or no? Why would he leave there? I don't know. He lives in Davidson County? Who does? Seth lives in Montgomery County. I know he lives in Montgomery County. Well, butter my ass and call me a biscuit. Because he has a really bomb-ass house, Fleur. That's why. That's why it's important. Most, cops don't make that much money. Dun, dun, dun. Juicer. Why'd you say, oh? So, yeah, I don't know the guy's resume, okay? I just know in 2018, it says here he worked. Oh, no, look. Right here. Bing bong.
Bing bong.
No, it's not a mystery anymore. Look. Metro Government of Nashville and Davidson County records show Shawn Taylor held a job of police officer from 2017 to 2023. Okay, thanks, Andy. Amy, I don't really look for it. It just kind of falls in my lap. Like, I had no idea that this, I'd find this. Yeah, Davidson County. That's what I said. Jay, did you go way back with this? The police chief before stepped down for internal racism. Then people left. Yeah, I heard there was a lot of corruption. Salary for Millersville, Tennessee, please. Is he assistant? The police chief in Millersville, Tennessee makes around $79,000. Plus an additional $3,000 per month for working with the city manager. The fuck? Oh, we're gonna watch this one. Okay, back to our videos. Let's finish this one, and then we have one more. This is gonna tell us a little bit more. Watch.
Shawn Taylor nor Chief Brian Morris has spoken to me throughout my investigation, but the chief did speak to a local news source, the Smoky Barn News, telling them that this is, in his words, all political.
And we want to be clear, Phil, the TBI, they plan these things, but they can't do it by themselves. They had to get a warrant from a judge.
That's right. And to get a search warrant, you have to present probable cause that a crime or crimes have been committed and that the evidence of those crimes will be found in the locations being searched. So there's a lot that goes into getting a search warrant.
Don't just rubber stamp
This is
these
a very standard process.
Right. And a very serious development.
Yes, yeah.
It's very concerning, and they are clearly very disturbed as the local reporters on this story. But check this one out. Now Shawn Taylor has now accused, listen to this shit.
If you have followed the drama
shit. Hold on. Okay. This is 20 hours ago. So this is the latest. This is the latest. A TBI agent, they're accusing, Shawn Taylor is accusing a TBI agent of pissing in his bathtub. And the TBI agent is saying it was the dog. Y'all, I can't with this. This is like a fucking clown show. Listen. This is like some fucking YouTube shit that we'd see here. So Sumner is the county. Millersville is on the border of Sumner and Robertson County, I believe. Right, even the news guy, yes, they're even saying drama. This is so effed up. Yeah.
Bing bang.
Listen.
If you have followed the drama out of Millersville and the tales told by the town's conspiracy cop, we have an update that even I'm surprised to bring you. Tonight, the TBI is denying that one of its agents urinated in Shawn Taylor's bathtub during last week's search of the assistant police chief's house. That statement was released in response to Taylor's latest claim.
They literally urinated in the bathtub, stood in the bathtub and urinated. You can see the boot prints and the urine, and then tracked urine throughout our home.
Do you hear this? This is crazy, right? Listen again. Do y'all think it was the dog? Or do you think that one of the agents pissed in his tub? Listen again.
Yeah, they literally urinated in the bathtub, stood in the bathtub and urinated. You can see the boot prints and the urine, and then tracked urine throughout our home.
Taylor says the incident occurred as TBI agents were executing search warrants at his home last Wednesday. But the TBI said it was actually Taylor's dog and that an agent took the dog out for a walk after discovering them.
Do you believe that? Do you believe it was agents or the dog? So then he took the dog out and to take him out. So I see what you guys are saying. So I'm going to flip the coin. Shouldn't they have body cameras on or no? I guess TBI doesn't wear body camera. Spivey says this is a hard one. Should we do a poll? Should we do a poll and see if we believe what we think about the bathtub? And this is Shawn Taylor's house. Shawn. Okay. Did TBI... Oh, wait. Here we go. Who peed in Shawn's tub? Agents or the dog? Let's see what y'all think. I'm so curious to see this poll. But how weird, right? Like, oh, he goes on a podcast like they pissed in my bathtub. Listen again.
They literally urinated in the bathtub, stood in the bathtub and urinated. You can see the boot prints and the urine, and then tracked urine throughout our home.
Taylor says the incident occurred as TBI agents were executing search warrants at his home last Wednesday. But the TBI said it was actually Taylor's dog and that an agent took the dog out for a walk after.
Oh, that's Taylor's dog? That's Shawn Taylor's dog? So the TBI says, no, that was Shawn's dog. Yeah, Mr. Quinn, I don't know. Blame it on the dog. They're saying Shawn Taylor's own dog pissed in his bathtub, and Shawn Taylor went on a podcast and said, no, the agents pissed in my bathtub. What in the world is going on? Squids, let us know. Squids is going to Twitter to see if he posted pics of the pissy boot prints. We need to see the pissy boot prints. This is so bizarre. And she starts out by saying it's drama. Isn't that weird?
They literally urinated in the bathtub, stood in the bathtub and urinated. You can see the boot prints and the urine, and then tracked urine throughout our home.
Taylor says the incident occurred as TBI agents were executing search warrants at his home last Wednesday. But the TBI said it was actually Taylor's dog and that an agent took the dog out for a walk after discovering the mess in the bathtub. A spokesperson told us, quote, there is no truth to the accusation to suggest our agents were anything less.
Do you see what this guy forced them to? I'm sorry. This is actually kind of comical. This is actually kind of comical that this guy forced a statement from the TBI with a headline that says agents didn't pee in bathtub. Is this real life? What is going the hell on here? What? At least they were nice to the dog in Georgia. They would have put it down and claimed it tried to attack them. Oh, that's sad. I don't want to hear that. I've never seen a dog piss in a bathtub. So Shawn Taylor is saying that it was agents pissing in his tub, and the agents are saying, no, it was Shawn's dog. I've never seen a dog, though, jump in a bathtub to piss. Have you? Why wouldn't he just pee on the floor? Why would, like a dog knows, oh, there's a drain in here. Nice Marie says, oh, poor Shawn. Got urine in his house. Cry me a river. I bet soon he'll be up a creek without a paddle. My opinion. It is very strange. I've never seen a dog piss in a bathtub. But anyways, they forced this out of the agency to put their freaking label, their emblem on this. Okay, I'm going to read the statement. There is no truth to the accusation to suggest our agents were anything less than professional, and the lawful execution of the search warrant is patently untrue. Josh Devine, TBI spokesperson. Are you fucking kidding me? We can't even get a statement on what's going on with Sebastian's case, but they're commenting on pissing in a tub? Ugh! Why? Why?
Ooh, that will scare somebody.
Why would the agents pee in the tub? Maybe because they think he's a scumbag and they had to go to the bathroom and they said, fuck it. I won't go in his toilet. I'll go in his fucking tub. But why would he go in there and step in it? Why wouldn't you just stand on the edge of the tub on the floor, piss into the tub, and walk away? It doesn't seem like you'd step into the tub to pee. You'd get it all over your boots. I think he's lying. Nash Native coming in with some common sense. Thank you, Nash. You know this is why I love you, right? She said, he's lying. This should have happened months ago. He should have never been able to be in that position. It's scary when the people had zero say who put this guy in charge. Preach. But if you're going to piss in a tub, you're not going to get in it. You're going to stand on the edge. You're going to piss in there. His tub was probably nasty and he's blaming it on them or something. Maybe because he knows there's going to be photos taken of it and he's embarrassed that he's a pig. Because we don't know what the inside of that house looks like. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, did they test the urine to make sure see if it was human or animal? I've seen cats shit in the tub. But cats are smart. Like, unless he trained that motherfucker to do that. Maybe he trained the motherfucker to do I don't know. It is a distraction. Right, exactly, Candy Lynn.
Less than professional in the lawful execution of this search warrant is patently untrue.
Thank you so much. It really is such an honor.
So it was maybe nerves. I don't know. Look at her face. If you listen to her again.
If you have followed the drama out of Millersville and the tales told by the town's conspiracy cop.
I mean, I just can't even believe that is the first line of a news report. This is crazy. But is this why Dog the Bounty Hunter keeps saying Shawn? Is it connected? I don't know. It's just so weird. Same area, same counties. Shawn Taylor used to work for Davidson County. Now he's this, and his house is being raided. Sebastian Rogers is still missing. There's a whole lot of fuckery going on since the beginning of this case. Yes, Amy, we can recognize distractions very easily these days. So, all right. So I've got another video. This is Tim Tebow. My mom loved Tim Tebow. Can I just say, Mom, I know you're watching. She absolutely loved Tim Tebow. And I used to tease her about it. But this is Tim Tebow, and this, hold up.
Thank you so much. It really is such a...
Oh my gosh, why do I always do that? Get ahead of myself. Hold on. Did squids come back from X yet to see if there's boot prints? If they were pissed at him and wanted to track pee all over his house and maintain plausible deniability, that's exactly what they do. I sure hope he got evidence. So he didn't post anything. He'd probably keep that close to the vest anyway. Too many coincidences to ignore, says Candy. Maybe never know. It's funny. No one correct it for a reason, in my opinion. Correct what? Some obsessed electronics still not returned. Okay, before we get into this, give me 2 seconds. I got to go grab a drink because my mouth is super dry and people are probably like, oh my God, get her some water. She sounds like she has cotton mouth. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Bottle of water for the win. Okay, before we get into that, I want to talk a little bit. If you missed last night's live, or maybe you missed this part of it, or maybe it just didn't make sense, I want to talk for a second about Seth Rogers' laptop. This is something I've wanted to kind of, talk through out loud. So I'm just gonna spit out what I think or what I know here. So Seth Rogers went on Terri Lynn, I believe 17 days after Sebastian went missing. She read a statement from Todd Terrell of the United Cajun Navy, or played a recording stating that he knew where Sebastian's body was. Terri Lynn played that. Seth had no reaction to it. He continued to read the chat, who was talking about his electronics. And he commented to someone in the chat, and he said, "Oh, no." So Terri Lynn's, meanwhile, she's playing this recording again. She's like, how does he know where he is? She's reacting to it somewhat. He's not. He's reading the chat. So he goes on to answer this person in chat, and he says, I have a 2016, or mine was a 2016 Star Wars gaming laptop. And then he went on to go on and on about how long it takes it to boot up, that it's so old, that it hasn't worked in months. And then he said that when they came to his house to collect all of the electronics, he said that he told the agents that that laptop hasn't worked in 8 months. So they weren't worried about it, according to Seth. So I'm assuming that Seth kept that 2016 gaming laptop in his possession. I don't believe that he told investigators about it. That's just my opinion. I don't think he told them, because I don't think they would say, oh, it hasn't worked in 8 months, we'll take your word for it. Nope, not happening. So I believe that Seth Rogers had a laptop in his possession that was unknown to authorities. And then what happened was a TikToker called Riley Lively came to Tennessee to help search for Sebastian. She was involved in Riley's strain, and then she came to search for Sebastian. Well, talk came about of Seth's laptop not working. So allegedly, according to Seth, he gave this girl his laptop to get it working for him. So this must have been something that was bothering him, that he needed something done to this computer, right? Why he would give it to someone, I don't know. I don't understand that whole part. I don't know the whole story. But Riley Lively took it back to her hotel, and she allegedly found some things that were something that she would not want to be privy to and keep a secret, is kind of how it was described to me. I didn't hear anything specific, just that it was so concerning that she turned it over to TBI. So then TBI got the 2016 laptop from a TikToker. And we know the rest, we know everything that Seth has said. But I think putting that all together is really interesting. And I'd be interested to know more about that. And that, I haven't gone to Riley Lively's TikTok. I don't know if there's anything on there about this. I don't know. But if any of you do know, and you have the links to some of her videos, I would love to see what the full story was of that. Because she also accused Seth or someone of following her to her hotel. And Seth speaks about that in the Terri Lynn interview as well. He says, she said, I followed her. No one was following her. Dude, there's some really shady shit going on. Vivian and Nick mentioned the deep dive into deleted files. Correct. Yes, he kept it, and he did have a close friend that is an IT specialist in gaming software and widgets for tracking and software recovery. Who does? Who has that? Only one video here on YouTube. Yeah, I think the majority of her videos are on TikTok. That's why some of his devices, yes, that's why he hasn't gotten them all back. Because I do think that he kept that laptop separate, because how else would he have had a laptop to give to Riley Lively in the first place? And then he wants us to believe that the cops believed him. Oh, it hasn't worked for 8 months. Well, guess what? He also stated in that interview that there was either a tablet or a laptop that Sebastian's that also didn't work. And guess what? They took that one. So if Seth Rogers said his didn't work, I'm assuming they would have taken that one too. I don't know her last name. Her YouTube is Riley Lively. She's blonde. She's a blonde girl. Didn't Seth say that a friend moved across the border to Mexico? I don't remember that, Wood Fairy. I don't remember that one, did he? His mom lives near the Mexican border. His mom, Robin Rogers, lives very close to the Mexican border in Texas. Oh, Spivey, yes. After hearing about the laptop, it just makes me think about Seth using the term mobile Call of Duty. I don't remember him using that term from the beginning. Why would he start saying mobile? Well, yeah, you wouldn't take it to an actual place if there's, incriminating things on there. Casey says.
Bing bang.
Oh, exactly, Squids. You don't say something doesn't work, then talk about boot up times in the next breath. Oh, we can barely even use them. They're so slow. I mean, he had every excuse in the book. It's so weird. Let me see. I'm getting confused with my two channels because I'm putting more of the drama stuff. Look at TBI. Look at this one. TBI limits Millersville access to sensitive law enforcement data. Chief says. Isn't it weird, too, that Seth's wrap on his car, like maybe at night, could resemble like a police thing? Like if you saw that white truck at night with like blinking lights and shit, you might think that says some police department on the side of it. It's weird. Because it's white. Candy, I don't know anything about that. Remember when Nancy Grace asked about the carpet? And when we got a pic of a certain little guy in shoes? So why would they take the pic? I know, Joe. I'm telling you. There's a lot more to this. I really believe that. A lot of this is starting to come together, isn't it? It looked like Seth had no fucking carpet in his house. I swear to God it did. I know a lot of people said that looked like linoleum. That looked like a subfloor to me. It looked like a freaking subfloor to me. He has a uniform too, and he wore it to that one search. He wore that uniform to that search where they had the cameras there at that warehouse. What YouTube name? This is really fucking weird. Oh. That's what I was going to do. Look for that video. Hang on a second. I get distracted by you guys. You guys are so smart, though. I don't want to miss any comments. And Nancy Grace asked if listen to this one. This is huge, though. It looked like Seth had no carpet. And then Nancy Grace asked the Proudfoots, did you have any carpet removed from your home? And you know what what Chris Proudfoot said? No, ma'am. And then we get this picture that surfaces that looks like a subfloor in Seth's house. In all fairness, though, Ratatouille, we're seeing him on like media cameras. People can look different in different lighting, different camera angles. The only picture that surfaced was one that T-Rev 757 leaked when he got into Seth's apartment. A lot of people argued with me and said, no, Jay, that looks like linoleum. And I'm like, who buys linoleum that looks like a subfloor? But okay. I mean, I can't prove it. I'm not at Seth's house. You know what I mean? So how can I prove it? I mean, it is what it is. Either you think it looks like linoleum or you don't. I've personally never seen that kind of linoleum. But I don't know where that damn picture went. If it's on my laptop or if it's here. I think it's on my laptop. I just showed it the other day. I don't see it in here. It's on my laptop, most definitely, though. Any idea the time frame of when she would have turned his laptop to LE? Geez, it was a long time ago, Kels. It would have been back in March. I would say maybe end of March, if I had to guess. Yeah, it was like like a subfloor, like particle board. Lucid, I think it was too. Yeah. Ask T-Rev. Yeah, he's not saying anything. The ring would be on the wrong hand, though, Fleur. That was his right hand. Yeah, Candy, he met that girl online. That Matthew Mokiak guy. Lucid, I know. Can you believe and even had the nerve to try to hug Katie Proudfoot? Unbelievable. Queen of Hearts, Charnel. Shawn was supposed to get benefits at work beginning just before Sebastian went missing, and Shawn needed shoulder surgery. A planned long vacation with his son gone awry. Hi, Potato. Hey, Tiff. All right, let me see here. I forgot what video I was going to play now. Which one was it of Seth? Can't remember if it's on this channel or the other one. No, it's not that. Why would anyone want to hug a Proudfoot? Maybe because there's a mom that misses her kids. I don't know. He ain't German. Americans put him on their left for the most part. I mean, where the heck is it? Did I not release it yet? I don't know. I'll have to find it. All right. So this is Tim Tebow. Let me try to find it while we're watching this. The Michaela Money thing. April? Beginning of April? If I had to guess. Hey, Kansas. How you doing? Hey, Granny Bassmaster. I saw you earlier. Proudfoot's family and Terri Lynn's have known. Right. I want to explain that. Let's watch this so I can explain that. And then we'll do the Tim Tebow. I'm really proud of Tim Tebow. But, this is the video they're talking about, guys. 'Cause I don't know if I can find it. Hold on. 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 No, Michelle, you're missing the point. She hugged other people. She did not want to hug Terri Lynn. And Terri Lynn basically was trying to have phone sex, borderline phone sex, with Katie's husband. And then she attempted to hug her. And Katie wasn't having it. And I say, good for you, Katie.
Posters. I asked Katie, I'd never met her before. I had never talked to her before. In that moment, I just said, do you mind if I just give you a hug, one mother to another? And that's respectful. I mean, I gave Seth a hug. What's the fucking difference if I gave Katie one? And so Chris got out. He came around. He said, I just want to thank you guys for doing this. And then Katie got out. A couple people started coming over. You know, then Terri Lynn came over. Like, she was kind of like there. And Chris extended his hand to Terri Lynn, even though Terri Lynn made that fucking video of recording or whatever. And he said, I'm not one to hold grudges. And I just want to, like, let you know, like, I'm moving forward. And he said, you know, our family has known each other for 40 plus years. And, you know, Terri Lynn did try to give Katie a hug, and she did not want that.
Don't blame her. I mean, I don't blame her.
So anyways, the 40 plus years this is nothing new, in my opinion. They're, like Terri has said, she went to school with like Chris's uncle. Like, their families cross over, like going to school together, et cetera, et cetera. And, you know, it's a small area. People know each other. I don't think that it means they've been tight. I mean, it could be something we don't know, but I'm not going there without any more information. Because if they were buddies, Katie wouldn't have refused a hug. You know what I'm saying? If they were all buddies for 40 years and all interwoven, why would Katie refuse a hug? And why would, you know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense. No, trust me. He don't want Terri Lynn. He looks very happy with his wife, by the way, Ratatouille. Just saying. Just saying. If you saw him, you know, after Seth left, it wasn't for show. After Seth left the courthouse and they got up, even Terri Bowersox had his hand on the small of Katie's back, leading her out of the row. And then when she got out of the row, her husband put his hand on the small of her back and gave her a little peck on the cheek for support. So, yeah, I don't think he's on the prowl for some chick that sounds like she's geeked up on meth or something, driving around aimlessly at night, putting people at risk, putting her fucking YouTube on the bottom of the flyer for Sebastian. I mean, all of this, no. Just no. Like, don't even utter that. Terri Lynn is a joke at this point. Katie heard that call, I'm sure. Terri Lynn gave it to me to play it. She's dirty, man. She basically was flirting with Chris Proudfoot on a phone call and then gave it to me to play. I think it's weird that Terri Lynn never really spoke about knowing them. I don't know if she necessarily knows them or if there's other people, you know, that they know. I mean, there's cousins and uncles and shit like that. I mean, honestly, Jay, up until yesterday, I was still debating whether Terri Lynn reached out to you because she really did think it was Seth. Well, if she did that, Lucid, I feel like when we got on the call and I was asking her questions about Seth, she would be like, Jay, you don't know him. You don't know him. If you met him, you would understand. And I'm like, no, I don't need to know him, Terri Lynn, to know this age gap is concerning, number one. She never, didn't want to talk about that. But she did talk a lot and drop a lot of names. Uncle Danny, Big D, Little D. She talked well open about knowing these people in her lives. She did. But the problem is she went live for freaking 12 hours every day, and no one has time to sit there and listen to her for the full 12 hours, so they don't know what the hell went on in it. We miss everything. And then she goes back and edits them. It's maddening. It's so maddening. She wouldn't even discuss that with me. So I think if she really suspected Seth, she would have at least dropped a clue that she suspected Seth, you know? And she was defending him. He's got Asperger's. I don't care what anybody says. Jaybird, I need you to listen to me now. Seth has Asperger's. And this ain't no lie. But that's what she would tell me. So I got no inkling that she suspected him at all. Like, she was trying to get me to back off of him. So that's why I started to, kind of suspect that she was on TikTok Tony's team. It's just all too weird. But the other thing that's weird about her is that if you listen to the dispatch audio from the morning that Sebastian went missing, they run the tags of a 2012 black Mercedes. We have Nick talking about an old car. Someone using an old car to come in the neighborhood that night. We have Terri Lynn getting pulled over during a live stream surrounded by 4 cops telling her that her plate is coming back to a Mercedes. She steps out of the vehicle and no one hears what happens. You are Music City against who? She was surrounded by 4 police officers telling her that her fucking car was coming back to a Mercedes. That is weird. I ain't got no Mercedes. So why, when the cops ran Terri Lynn's plate, did it come back to a Mercedes? That's weird. Oh, you know what I think it is? Okay, hold on. I think it's on unlisted. I think that's where I can find this video. Hold on. Yes. Okay, so someone in Tennessee, I had someone email me that they're willing to request records. So I have to write them back. I just haven't had a chance. I've been really busy. But I'll write them back and see if they're willing. But if anybody's willing to do that, oh, I found it. It is in my unlisted videos. If anybody's willing to do that, yeah, you can get like a police report that will say, or like a log, the body camera. I don't know if they wear body camera, but I haven't felt right about that. I don't know anything. I don't know. She's lied so much that I don't know. Yeah, I know it can happen, Sleuth, and it's just a little coincidental that there was a Mercedes run the morning that Sebastian went missing, roughly about 3 hours after he went missing. They had a plate to run, and then Terri Lynn was accused of that. It's very odd. Yeah, I don't know how it works in Tennessee. I don't know if that's something common that happens to people when they switch cars. I mean, you guys, a lot of you are in Tennessee. Does that? Oh, Music City Mom's on it. Music City Mom was accused of swatting her, calling the cops. So Music City Mom said that is one of the reports I will have this week Thank God. She is telling everyone I made that call, that I got her swatted. Terri Lynn, how many police cars showed up? Was it 5 or 4 or maybe just 1? Rhonda, I thought the ladies on that panel that heard the live of her getting pulled over, they said Terri Lynn said to the cops, I wish I still had my Mercedes. Huh. When did she get rid of it? When did Terri Lynn get rid of her Mercedes? Yeah, this isn't it either. This is the wrong video. That's what I want to know, Terri Lynn. When did you get rid of that Mercedes? Terri Lynn is a woman who has been out saying she's searching for Sebastian Rogers for the past 7 months, live streaming every day. We just found out, it was Texas Roadhouse? I don't know. Music City Mom's going to get it, so. Anyways, she's been out there, and now we just recently found out that she's putting her YouTube at the bottom of every flyer that she's been passing out, and she thinks that's A-okay. And, you know, I personally, I don't think that's A-okay, and I don't think you guys do either. Sebastian's flyer isn't to advertise your freaking YouTube, right? Here's the flyer that someone picked up that she had hung. If you guys want to email me, you can. I don't know. They just said it was a 2012. I did ask Crabtree. We're going to talk more about that offline. He did think she meant, he said Stephen Crabtree did confirm to me that she did mention it out of the blue, he said today. I said, did she ever mention a Mercedes? He said, she did, out of the blue. And he didn't even know that a Mercedes was mentioned in the dispatch call. So guess what? Me, Stephen Crabtree, Barbecue Lady, we're putting our differences aside because we all have information that we can put together to try to complete a little bit of this puzzle. Oh, I would go confront her myself if my kid. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Oh, I know. I need more ink. I tried printing these out today. I couldn't get all the colors. Could y'all send me some more ink? I mean, the grift is real, right? It's just sick. I agree, Lisa. None of it is right. Hey, Ganja. She's been sabotaging from the beginning. She was up at the command center, bringing coffee, being nosy. And she's also been accused now of talking gibberish on a live that is now gone and saying that she had Sebastian. I didn't hear it with my ears, but Barbecue Lady says she has a lot of Terri Lynn footage she is uploading. So I don't know. Anyways, I can't find that video for some reason. I'm going to have to get this shit together. So I need to find, let me make I have a little note. I have a whiteboard here. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Oh, fuck. They're talking about John Bonet an hour ago. Could untested DNA evidence reveal John Bonet Ramsey's killer? Part 1. Oh, Lord. Shit. Hold on. I think I have it on my, my hard drive. Okay, so when I was the other night, put her shit on private while we were watching them. It must be on my laptop because I was out of town. Shit. But anyways, we'll go over that on the other channel. I have an hour-long stream of Seth and Terri Lynn talking. Is Barbecue giving all this info to Ellie? I can't speak for her. I don't know. We don't know what we don't know. I don't know if she has any info for Ellie, but I don't know. I can't answer that question. Oh, yeah, she was over on some channel talking some mess about a grave and leave. I don't know, dude. She's a mess. I can't even go there with that. And she's very upset that I played the news thing with her daughter. And I just want to say, Terri Lynn, I was not laughing at your daughter or your daughter's PTSD from that accident. I will have you know, and a lot of people here know, that my son suffers from horrific PTSD since he was 16 when he was walking down the road with his girlfriend holding hands, and a car came from behind them and wiped out his girlfriend and sent her flying 50 feet in the air and killed her. And my son had to see that head trauma. So, Terri, don't put words in my fucking mouth. I didn't laugh at your daughter. You are the one that put your daughter on the news about her trauma, not me. So I just want you to know, I would never, ever laugh at a child's trauma. And I'm going to leave it at that. So all the Terri Lynn kin, take that message back to her. Tell her to actually get off the pipe and go listen to that part of my live. Because I did not laugh at her daughter, nor would I. I'm so sick of gaslighting from these people. She puts her kid on the news. I find an article with a video that has her daughter in it, and I play it. I didn't know. It was Terri Lynn at first, and then they showed her daughter. I'm not the one that put her daughter in that chair. She's the one, in my opinion, that exploited her daughter's trauma, putting her on TV. You didn't have to do that, Terri Lynn. And how dare you say I laughed at her? You are an evil, evil woman who is not right in the head. And that might be the wreck that Stephen Crabtree's talking about. Yeah, we were laughing at her shirt and the other one. There were two news things with her. I had never seen that one. And I started playing it, and then it was her daughter. And we all said, oh my God, that's horrible. That poor child. Go listen to it, Terri Lynn. How dare you? She's always putting out false shit. Who posted what? The video? It was on Fox Nashville or something. No one laughed at her daughter. No one laughed at her daughter. You can go back and watch the stream. If mods, can you share the other channel? Because that's where all that is. And it was a 10-hour live. She goes, I got people. She said last night, I got people going live for 10 hours about me. Like, no, honey, this is the 10-hour live right here. And the only reason it became about her was because she kept privating her vids. I think someone's here. Hold on. This is what happened. And you know what? Oh, here it is. Here's the Seth interview with her, I think. And this one, we watched it, didn't we, guys? Search with Terri Lynn. Terri Lynn deletes another video. Then we watched that weird search. Seth interviews, Seth on Dolly. Oh, maybe we didn't. Yeah, I don't know. But this is it. I'll share the link in the chat again. So if you guys want to go check it out, you can. I guess it was my neighbor. No one's here, so. No one decent would laugh at someone's daughter. Absolutely not. I mean, we don't get along, but come on. Some people set up their children for sympathy. Yeah. Terri Lynn talking with Seth is why she's removing her videos. Bits and pieces put together can build a bigger picture. I agree with you, B. Yeah, we're laughing about her and her ridiculousness. Her not her daughter. Never would we do that. That's not even funny. I mean, there's nothing even funny about that. So try again, Terri Lynn. Try again. She was over there crying last night. Oh, I have some audio from that. Let me play this really quick. Because I don't know how we went from this Shawn Taylor to this, but I did record this and I wanted to play it for y'all. Let's listen to a little bit of it. We'll go into it more in depth on the other channel. But this is from last night. Listen to this. And you know what? Part of me, I didn't know what to think. I'm willing to hear both sides, but you guys should probably hear this because this is what she said last night. This is important because it's all about everything that's going on, about her flyers, about what happened, you know, with the Proudfoots being there, et cetera, et cetera. So just listen.
They got mad because she was...
This is her mod talking. This is Casey, her mod. And then Terri Lynn is sitting next to the mod. We're going to go deeper on this, but I just want you to listen to a little bit.
I mean, and they got mad because she was live.
Which I had been live, and that was known. And I was sitting over in the garden where the pet, what is it called? Pet, like
the dog park.
Dog park. I was live, sitting on a bench. I was on a bench sitting when these whatever the hell was going on over there. I was sitting on there.
I was actually trying to help my daughter with homework over the phone.
What I heard last night after all, I'm just going to say what I heard after all of this shit last night is disgusting. To try to say that the D word, that I'm on a substance, get the hell out of here.
You said that to me?
She said the D word instead of saying drugs. So she was accused of being on drugs.
These people went back on their TikTok. They came here with an agenda
that wasn't what you thought it was.
Which, no, it wasn't. Hell no. If I can't have a glass of wine at a dinner.
Hold on. Looking beyond, I didn't have anything before that. The only part I got was that. I didn't have anything to go back 5 minutes on. Hate true crime and other stuff.
Is that against the law? I didn't think so. I didn't have a full bottle because I couldn't afford it anyways at a restaurant. Sorry. But can we sit here and can I say how drunk were you all? I could.
Yeah, the one that saw ghosts.
Y'all put things on my name that is so disgusting that y'all need to go seek mental health problem. That's what y'all need to do if that's the case.
But who works with TikTok, who we know in this bunch? Tony, TikTok Tony?
Steven.
And Steven. Because
I don't even want to say that. I don't. Because I really.
Okay. Mind you, she's on camera until this point. She starts talking about Stephen Crabtree. Okay. This woman's my age. She's getting ready to talk about Stephen Crabtree, and that's who she cries over. Take a listen. These people are also sexually driven too. If I was Stephen Crabtree, I'd go wash myself in bleach. Listen.
I don't know. I gotta come off this camera because I'm not cry. I really fucking trusted that dude. No, I did.
I warned you yesterday morning, honey.
I know. You weren't the only one.
I really thought a lot of him too. I mean, I thought he was doing good things. I thought he was in it for all the right reasons. Well, and the reason that I was late was because I was talking to Terri Lynn because I could tell she was upset. I called her, and she said it has to be Steve because they gave Chris her.
I never gave that man my number, and I can show that. That call.
The only one that had your phone number to give to Chris was Stephen Crabtree. He's the only one that had your phone number to give to Chris, and now Chris has your phone number.
So she's saying that Chris has her phone number. Listen.
And you don't feel very safe about that right now.
She doesn't feel very safe about that right now. Oh, but you felt safe going out in the woods at night fucking searching? You felt safe with that? She is the queen of gaslighting. The queen.
They gave Chris her
I never gave that man my number, and I can show that. That call.
The only one that had your phone number to give to Chris was Stephen Crabtree. He's the only one that had your phone number to give to Chris, and now Chris has your phone number. And you don't feel very safe about that right now.
I just wanted to move. I didn't know those people were coming. I wanted to move my car. I don't have anything bad to say, and I don't.
Terry, I know this sounds like a crazy idea, but if you want to come to Canada with me, you're welcome to come up here and drive and whatever. You're welcome to stay here. I got a 3-bedroom house to myself. You're welcome to come.
So she was just invited to. She was invited to Canada. Oh, you need a break. Oh yeah, let's just go to Canada. What are these people up to, man? Weirdos.
I don't have anything bad to say, and I don't.
Terry, I know this sounds like a crazy idea, but if you want to come to Canada with me, you're welcome to come up here and drive and whatever. You're welcome to stay here. I got a 3-bedroom house to myself. You're welcome to come up. You just need a break.
I'm good. No, honestly, I'm good. That right there, though, was effed up.
No, this is her on a tarot panel last night.
No, honestly, I'm good. That right there, though, was effed up.
So what was Chris saying to you? Like, what is he?
He wasn't ugly. I'm going to say he wasn't ugly. He was not ugly.
Surprisingly, they were both very nice.
He was.
Oh, did you hear her, Maude? Surprisingly, they were both very nice. Why would surprisingly, after what you did to him.
You're welcome to stay here. I got a 3-bedroom house to myself. You're welcome to come up. You just need a break.
I'm good. No, honestly, I'm good. That right there, though, was effed up.
So what was Chris saying to you? Like, what is he?
He wasn't ugly. I'm going to say he wasn't ugly. He was not ugly.
Surprisingly, they were both very nice.
He wasn't ugly.
So what did he say to you?
He shook my hand and said, what did he say?
Oh, Chris didn't say anything about her being live. It was barbecue.
It was them.
That said something about her being live.
Oh, and then I thought his kid was sick, and then fuck
Steven's
her. Said
kid.
Fuck her. That's what he said on that live.
Yes. No, he called our text barbecue and said ditch her and fuck her. Just fuck her. Sorry. I
thought that was. I don't know what to say.
That's hilarious. So she's saying Stephen Crabtree texted barbecue and said, "Don't meet up with her. Fuck her." And she's crying about it. Sniff, sniff.
Yes, Amanda. So they came to help Terri Lynn. They set up.
I don't even know. I didn't set.
They came here. They were coming. Okay, so really, they were coming to go to court today for the court thing. Yeah. But because barbecue was coming in yesterday, they decided there was a couple of them were coming from like way out, so they come in and got rooms and stuff, and so they were coming in and they decided to do like a meetup thing where everybody could meet up and pass out flyers. Well, they had invited Terri Lynn.
Yes, it is crimes.
Saturday night that she could come and pass out flyers with them on Monday.
And I thought it was just like
and
3 people.
And I was already coming up to visit her, and so I was like, well, I'm going to be with you, but I mean, I know these people from TikTok. I didn't know them, but I know who they are, And so like, and I feel like it was my fault that she even got involved in this, because I'm the one that watches TikTok, and I'm the one that let her know about these people on TikTok. And
but you didn't know. You can't feel responsible. You didn't know that they were going to do this. I mean, who would ever? The thing is, the people that don't behave or think that way can never fathom that anybody would dream that up, because it's just not in our DNA to think that way. So the fact that you didn't guess it tells me you're a great person, because it doesn't come to mind.
No, I mean, I really honestly never would have thought these people were going to do that.
And to think I'm a mole, like, what the hell? This is about Sebastian.
No, you are a freaking mole, Terry. You think I'm a freaking mole? This is about Sebastian. No, it isn't. I'll show you. Here's proof. Let's keep that up on the screen.
So the fact that you didn't guess it tells me you're a great person, because it doesn't come to mind.
No, I mean, I really honestly never would have thought these people were going to do that.
And to think I'm a mole, like, what the hell?
Hey,
This
Sherry.
is about Sebastian.
Well, I mean, it's interesting you say this. I wish I was on to see that, but I had to jump off because I was applying for a job and other things.
And they said private my live, and I didn't know what the hell. I mean, I needed to private it for, because I had muted out when I was asked to because he had, I don't know what, it's just all effed up.
And then he tells her
He told me to end my live.
that he told you to end
And
it.
I have that, and I can show that, but I will not be. I trust no one anymore. Like, no one.
Chris told you to stop your live? Who told you? I'm so confused. Who told you to stop going live?
Nobody did. That's my thing. Nobody told me to stop my live.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what the tarot lady says about that audio, Joe? She says that Stephen Crabtree gave her that audio and told her it was real. And I want to ask him about that.
Bing bang.
Oh, but they're saying they told you to stop.
Yes. Listen, I did not know I had enough flyers. I had enough fucking flyers.
So what
and
was
I offered them.
Was he trying to threaten you indirectly? What did you feel?
What do I feel? Like
Why did he show up if you didn't need the flyers? What was his reason?
Somebody called him. Who called him to tell? Who called them to? And I'm not going to talk bad about them at all, because the man wasn't ugly to me. He wasn't. It was strange as hell. But who said that somebody was showing up with flyers?
Barbecue.
That lady.
She's upset over Crabtree.
Okay, I'm going to say something you don't want to hear, probably. Because I know you're running on adrenaline from what happened before.
Oh, no, my gut is sick, and my feelings. Because I really did. I really did care about that kid. I did. I really trusted him, and I stood up for him when people shit on or shit talking him. I stood up for him.
Well, that's what you're upset about then the most, is that
no, to be set up like that.
You feel betrayed.
I mean, it's how do I explain this? To take something and make it something it wasn't.
So you were a mole. But you're a mole?
The hell? What else?
Well, I took a picture this morning I sent you. I never Queen Bee. I never, because I hate that channel. I never watch it.
Okay, so that's where I ended my clip, but we're going to watch more of that on the other channel. Because and then allegedly, or not allegedly, but she did go on Brittany J right after this. She literally went from this panel to that panel. Isn't that weird? Oh, come to Canada. Now's not the time to escape to Canada, Terri Lynn. You'd probably be better off with your Mercedes owning ass staying in the state of Tennessee. I'm going to go get my laptop so we can watch that one interview. Give me a second, guys. While we're on this topic, I want to play it. So hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, why would you panel hop after all that, too? That's sus. Cheech, I agree. Hey, Steph's Case Files. BJ is allegedly with Brittany J. We don't like to advertise her, though, because she doesn't have a stance on anything, which is really strange to me. For some reason, I cannot find this damn video on any of my drives. What the heck? Hang on. I downloaded it and now it's not freaking. Is this it? I was so mad at her because she was deleting while we were watching. So I was like, oh, this one I definitely want to see. It, I believe. Anyways, I guess I'll have to look for it another time. I can't damn find it. Oh, let's see if there's anything new on X before we wrap up this stream. I'm curious here. Let's go over to X and see. Oh, just as a quick reminder, too. On Friday, I believe it's 2 p.m. Yep, we've got something I haven't seen. Okay, this is crazy. All right, I haven't seen this one. This is from SF Investigates. So on Friday at 2 p.m., Jennifer Coffindaffer, lover or hater, I happen to not like people bashing Jennifer Coffindaffer here. Because without some of her interviews, we wouldn't have a lot of the information we get. So, I mean, I don't listen to her for her opinion necessarily. I really love the interviews that she gets, you know. I like to analyze interviews and listen to, you know, interviews. So, hey, Granny. Good afternoon. I'm still hungover from last night, Granny. Are you going live today, Miss Granny Pants? Nick has been quiet, huh? I haven't kept up on him. I haven't had time. Okay. This is 15 hours ago. The last 3 to 4 days have been an ongoing real-time demonstration that investigations, not assumptions, are what truly matter. Or did we read this last night? Is this what you read last night, Granny? That was long? Yes, it is. Is this what you read? Did we have these receipts there last night? Hello, Mr. Proudfoot and Mr. Fisher. I am on Dog the Bounty Hunter's high-risk fugitive task force. I'm sure you know we're aiding in the search for Sebastian. We have been informed that you have retained Mr. Fisher, whose cell number is blank. He made it clear that he will be in Tennessee. Is he an official investigator, i.e., does he represent you and Mrs. Proudfoot? I'll be in town Monday, and it would help if I could coordinate with Mr. Fisher. Thank you, and stay safe and well. And then this is Mr. Fisher's flight from LA to Nashville. And you can see Sunday, September blank, 2024 2, and then he's got it blanked out. So we don't know the date he arrived, and we don't know when he plans on leaving. So he says, yes, I talk with Chris. I'm only going to read part of this because it's long. Yes, I talk with Chris. Yes, I went to their home in Hendersonville. Hold on. And had a great meeting. Yes, I agreed that if they decide to call on me, I will help in any way I can. Yes, I would like to be involved in the upcoming search and rescue recovery efforts. Upcoming being the key word there. We spent a lot of time going over the case, examining the home, potential walking paths, the environment and topography of the area, camera locations, and other critical investigative data needed for search efforts. Attached is proof I purchased my ticket in early August, well before the situation arose. Also attached is one of the group texts from his team, filled with incorrect assumptions. When I leave the Holly Lynn snap case in a few days, I will return to Nashville for a few more days. Who knows what I will do or which case I will be involved with next. But I'll let those who need to know when the time is right. As most of you follow me already know, I am very transparent. Not to brag, but I'm so transparent that I've been called an internet PI by a now very well-restrained, unlicensed paralegal who attended the who's who of bottom 10 accredited trade schools. That would be Miss Bullhorn Betty. A hair test on who? Terri Lynn? Hey, Dina, thank you for subscribing. Why do you need to throw up, though? That's what I don't get. Thank you for your subscription, but why do you want to throw up? Yeah, he told Chris he would love to. He is actually searching for Holly Lynn Snap in Kingsport, which is where Summer Wells went missing. Yeah, and that's it. Wop, 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 wop. No, I don't think it's down. It's in the group on Facebook. The skunk. Who's the skunk? Shawn Taylor? Y'all, this has been a wild live. This has been a wild live. But let's go back. I want to show you guys Tim Tebow. I forgot about Tim. This is important. This is important. Not a lot of people have seen this. Look. 150 views. 150 views on this video. This is about the Renewed Hope Act of 2024. And Tim Tebow says, quote, people with goals to do good are working together in an incredible way, and that gives me hope. Take a listen.
Thank you so much. It really is such an honor to be here, and not just because I'm standing next to two awesome Gators, but because we're here for something so much more important than a game, and that a game will ever be. It really is humbling. There's a couple people that I'd love to thank, and I'd love to start by...
This is super interesting. Listen close, okay?
Thanking Camille Cooper from our team, who has put so much work into this and been a part of fighting for people for a very long time. That was the first clap of the day. Let's go. Yeah, you can loosen up. You can have a little fun with it. And I also want to just thank Senator Cornyn for authoring this bill. Thank you for,
welcome, Ashes.
For stepping up and doing this. And Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz and Senator Blumenthal with Senator Cornyn. I think the three of you guys have, for the last 20 years, done more to help fight and protect kids than almost anybody else that have walked these grounds. And so I want to say thank you. You've done it for a long time. And Congresswoman Laurel Lee, I know your heart beats for these kids. We've had many conversations, and I know that your heart beats to want to protect every single one of these boys and girls, and so it's my honor to be able to stand up here with the four of you, because I know that this matters, that this isn't about policies or politics, it's about people. It is about people. It is about every single one of those boys and girls. It is about how can we possibly get to as many of those boys and girls as possible. So I'm honored to be able to stand up here. You know, 5 months ago, we came and we had the opportunity to testify in front of Congress and share our heart about what we believe is one of the worst evils in the world. And that's the abuse of all of our boys and girls right here in our backyard.
Uh-huh.
And you just heard Senator Blumenthal share some of the staggering statistics, because sometimes people just think, oh, it's a photograph, it's an image, it's a video. No, it's not. It's a boy or it's a girl. It's a little boy or it's a little girl. And we just need to meditate for a second on some of the numbers that he mentioned. 4.3% of those are infants, little boys and girls. That's over 2,100 infants. 47% of them are rape, bondage, torture, bestiality.
You hear this?
It's not just images.
Y'all, no one has ever said this out loud. Right now, this dude's my freaking hero. He is my damn hero. Like, I want to cry. No one that I've seen has stood up for children with the truth, with the ugly truth of what is going on. We hear about it every day. But now we have someone who has a huge audience saying it.
4.3% of those are infants, little boys and girls. That's over 2,100 infants. 47% of them are rape, bondage, torture, bestiality. It's not just images. It's not just videos. It's boys and girls that are in the worst moments of their life, and then people are celebrating it, meditating on it, focusing on it, reliving it over and over and over again.
Call it out. Call it out.
And you think, well, this isn't that bad. Well, I just want to read one of the chats recently of some of the offenders of what they were
Yesterday,
saying.
Cricket. Thank you,
In the chat
YouTube
room.
bad actors.
And by the way, this is also filtered, so it can be a little bit more appropriate for today. One of the offenders in the chat asked what the others were into. Next man replied, he was mainly into 5 to 9-year-olds. Another said he was 60 and a very violent man, and no isn't an option for him. One of the offenders then said he has 20 terabytes of baby rape videos, and if they DM him, he would give them to him for a good price. Another offender confirmed and said he would show the others how to abuse his own kids and get away with it. Then another replied he has a daughter that he would love to share. Then the next replied, when asked if his wife knew about his abuse, the man said, heck no, it's our little secret, though I am on the lookout for others, as she is getting old now. Next responded, how old is she? The offender said, 8.
My God.
That's what we're talking about here today. That's why it's so important. That's why we have to be urgent. That's why it's so important that we're bipartisan. That's why I'm so grateful that all of you would come together to fight for every single one of these boys and girls. And we really believe that we're not just here today talking about one of the biggest problems, but also giving a piece of the solution. Is it the whole solution? I don't think so. But is it a piece? Absolutely. And we believe that this bill, the Renewed Hope Act of 2024, is going to do 4 very crucial things. It's going to build a bigger rescue team. It's going to be able to allow C3 to bring in experts. It's going to allow them to coordinate and deconflict. And then it's going to allow the best victim identification training in all of the world. And why would we not have the best training in all of the world? Because our boys and girls should matter that much to us. I hope that they do, and I believe that they do to the 4 of these incredible men and women. But you know, when I read that chat, it hurts. And I mourn and grieve a little bit when I read it. But I also have hope. Because I know that we're being able to bring a piece of the solution here today. And you know, unfortunately, many times, people with the goal to do evil work better than people with the goal to do good. I say that today with a heavy heart. But you know, I also believe here today that people with the goal to do good are working together in an incredible way, and that gives me hope. that gives me a lot of hope today. And you know, I love what this bill is called, Renewed Hope Act of 2024. And I love what renewed means. To give someone the ability to flourish once more. And man, I hope from this bill, from all of these incredible men and women, that there would be so many lives that have the chance to flourish one more because we are willing to come together, to put down our differences, and to say for every single one of those boys and girls, they're worth it. To do whatever it takes, however it takes, whatever we got to do so that they could be protected, so that they could be loved, so that maybe they could experience the faith, hope, and love that they so desperately deserve and desperately need. Because right now, as we're talking, they're crying. So we better do more than talk. We better act because they're waiting. Thank you guys so much, and God bless.
Was that powerful or what? I mean, I'm not crying, you're crying. Exactly.
Thank you.
I mean, everybody should see this. I'm bawling my eyes out. I am. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. Sorry, it's true. You know, we've been sitting here saying this. We've been sitting here saying this. Thank you, Kels, so much. We've been sitting here saying
has
this.
Just donated $15.
Why don't
Coke,
we have
$0?
our children at the top of the list? Why aren't they at the top of the list? So many times? Like, why don't we have the best training to catch these fuckers? It's like common sense. And finally to hear someone say it, it's like, damn. No, I'll play it again. It's worth a replay. This is worth a replay. If anything is worth a replay, it's this.
Thank you so much. It really is such an honor.
And
to
I
be
just
here.
want to say, Mom, I see why you like this guy. My mom, I used to tease her, okay? So it's kind of emotional for me. I can't.
And not just because I'm standing next to two awesome Gators, but because we're here for something so much more important than a game and than a game will ever be. It really is humbling. There's a couple people that I'd love to thank, and I'd love to start by thanking Camille Cooper from our team, who has put so much work into this and been a part of fighting for people for a very long time. That was the first clap of the day. Let's go. Yeah, you can loosen up. You can have a little fun with it. And I also want to just thank Senator Cornyn for authoring this bill. Thank you for stepping up and doing this. And Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz and Senator Blumenthal with Senator Cornyn, I think the three of you guys have, for the last 20 years, done more to help fight and protect kids than almost anybody else that have walked these grounds. And so I want to say thank you. You've done it for a long time. And Congresswoman Laurel Lee, I know your heart beats for these kids. We've had many conversations, and I know that your heart beats to want to protect every single one of these boys and girls. And so it's my honor to be able to stand up here with the four of you, because I know that this matters, that this isn't about policies or politics. It's about people. It is about people. It is about every single one of those boys and girls. It is about how can we possibly get to as many of those boys and girls as possible. So I'm honored to be able to stand up here. You know, 5 months ago, we came and we had the opportunity to testify in front of Congress and share our heart about what we believe is one of the worst evils in the world. And that's the abuse of all of our boys and girls right here in our backyard. And you just heard Senator Blumenthal share some of the staggering statistics, because sometimes people just think, oh, it's a photograph, it's an image, it's a video. No, it's not. It's a boy or it's a girl. It's a little boy or it's a little girl. And we just need to meditate for a second on some of the numbers that he mentioned. 4.3% of those are infants, little boys and girls. That's over 2,100 infants. 47% of them are rape, bondage, torture, bestiality. It's not just
you know what else? I just held an infant. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is just, it's heavy, man. This is Tim Tebow. Yep. This is Tim Tebow. Hey, Dog Defender, it's good to see you. I know, it is. It's frustrating, but I love seeing this, and I do. I miss my mom. It's just heavy, the whole thing.
It's not just videos. It's boys and girls that are in the worst moments of their life, and then people are celebrating it, meditating on it, focusing on it, reliving it over and over and over again. And you think, well, this isn't that bad. Well, I just want to read one of the chats recently of some of the offenders of what they were saying in a chat room. And
yes,
by the way,
Crystal,
this is also
it is
filtered, so it can be a little bit more appropriate for today. One of the offenders in the chat asked what the others were into. Next man replied, he was mainly into 5 to 9-year-olds. Another said he was 60 and a very violent man, and no isn't an option for him. One of the offenders then said he has 20 terabytes of baby rape videos, and if they DM him, he would give them to him for a good price. Another offender confirmed and said he would show the others how to abuse his own kids and get away with it.
Sick.
Then another replied he has a daughter that he would love to share. Then the next replied, when asked if his wife knew about his abuse, the man said, heck no, it's our little secret, though I am on the lookout for others, as she is getting old now. Next responded, how old is she? The offender said, 8.
Disgusting.
That's what we're talking about here today. That's why it's so important. That's why we have to be urgent. That's why it's so important that we're bipartisan. That's why I'm so grateful that all of you would come together to fight for every single one of these boys and girls. And we really believe that we're not just here today talking about one of the biggest problems, but also giving a piece of the solution. Is it the whole solution? I don't think so. But is it a piece? Absolutely. And we believe that this bill, the Renewed Hope Act of 2024, is going to do 4 very crucial things. It's going to build a bigger rescue team. It's going to be able to allow C3 to bring in experts. It's going to allow them to coordinate and deconflict. And then it's going to allow the best victim identification training in all of the world. And why would we not have the best training in all of the world? Because our boys and girls should matter that much to us. I hope that they do, and I believe that they do to the 4 of these incredible men and women. But you know, when I read that chat, it hurts. And I mourn and grieve a little bit when I read it. But I also have hope, because I know that we're being able to bring a piece of the solution here today. And you know, unfortunately, many times, people with the goal to do evil work better than people with the goal to do good. I say that today with a heavy heart. But you know, I also believe here today that people with the goal to do good are working together in an incredible way, and that gives me hope. That gives me a lot of hope today. And you know, I love what this bill is called, Renewed Hope Act of 2024, and I love what renewed means. To give someone the ability to flourish once more. And man, I hope from this bill, from all of these incredible men and women, that there would be so many lives that have the chance to flourish one more, because we are willing to come together, to put down our differences, and to say for every single one of those boys and girls, they're worth it, to do whatever it takes, however it takes, whatever we got to do so that they could be protected, so that they could be loved, so that maybe they could experience the faith, hope, and love that they so desperately deserve and desperately need. Because right now, as we're talking, they're crying. So we better do more than talk. We better act, because they're waiting. Thank you guys so much, and God bless.
So pretty cool stuff there. This is kind of funny to change. Yes, that's Tim Tebow. I know a lot of you guys are fans. It happens everywhere, right, Dog Defender? It's not just elites. That shit does happen in the elites, but when you see these arrests of 30, 40, 50 men, they're the people next door. They're the Santas of the neighborhoods. The ones that let their kids go play at their house because they trust them. That's who these motherfuckers are. They're hiding in plain sight in our schools, in our churches, in our stores. They're everywhere. And that's why he said they need to get the best of the best training to identify victims. It is definitely a myth that it's elites. And that's why I don't watch that documentary, Amy. I know you mentioned it, but that freedom thing seems to me to focus more on the elite style trafficking. And I don't think that's what we're looking at here. We're looking at pedophiles. Yes, and Granny has an awesome point. Women being arrested for the same thing. Women involved. And Jammers, I love that you've been putting that in the chat the whole stinking live. Thank you so much. But I thought this was funny, guys. I'm about to wrap this up because I've got to go. But look at this. Crane Works made the Georgia news in Atlanta. This has almost 1 million views. Or no, sorry, 43,000, almost 1 million subscribers. But anyways, this is Crane Works. This is TikTok Tony. You know, he works for Crane Works, right? Crane Works works to remove tail wing from Delta flight after plane hit it in Atlanta. So Crane Works, they had a fender bender on the runway in Atlanta, and Crane Works came to the rescue. Crane Works came to the rescue. So I don't know. Crane Works is a huge company, by the way. But yeah, I just saw that headline. I don't know if it popped up for me because of TikTok Tony. Because I'm not even subscribed to this news station. So I thought it was hilarious because I saw Watch Live Crane Works. And I'm like, what? Yeah, it is scary. I'm just saying it was just funny how it popped up in my feed. I think because of all the talking we've done about Crane Works. I don't know. You did see it running? It's kind of funny. Thank you guys so much today for joining. We will definitely keep an eye on this other situation over here, this one. Because we went over this earlier about something currently going on, you know, the Millersville thing. And this is the slew. Just to give you guys a quick little recap, if you want to rewind when we get done, this is the group of peeps that were doing these weird stings. And they were setting up predators to meet them at this Shell gas station. And then when I saw this gas station and heard about them sending predators to gas stations, I was reminded of Pascal's interview with Seth, and he was shifty as freak in this interview at a gas station at night. It was late. It was dark. There's nobody else there, like a car or two drives through. Nobody else is there, but this dude's out at night at a gas station looking over his fucking shoulder. I don't know what he was doing, but rewind. Please replay if you haven't heard it, and let me know what you think in the comment section. I want to know if you guys think that they're connection or not. Maybe. I don't know. But thank you so much. I'm going to run our credits. I don't know if Myron's here to run them, but I'm going to go ahead and run them, Myron. I'll see you guys in the next one. So much for watching. If you enjoyed this live stream or video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on my latest content. Want to take it a step further? Bring it on! And join our community clickers by becoming a Patreon or a YouTube member. You'll get exclusive access to our Discord server, special channel perks, and much more. Until then, I'll see you in the next one.
Click, 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 click. It's real easy, man.
I don't give a damn. I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. You talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Damn, damn. I don't give a damn. Damn, damn. I don't give a damn. Damn. wanna be with me. You wanna feel something real, but I'm feeling differently. You're making plans to get to France, but don't wanna face the fact that I ain't got time, I ain't got time for that. Staying up late, sleeping all day, dreaming about Cadillacs. Buying new shoes, hanging by the pool, sipping on Coke and Jack. Calling my phone when you feel alone, but I'll never call you back. 'Cause I ain't got time, I ain't got time for that. I don't give a damn, I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn, you talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn, I don't give a damn. 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 You're mad at me for not giving you comfort. You say that I'm away so much, and now you don't feel the way you felt when we were younger. But that's okay for me, 'cause I don't give a damn, I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn, you talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems.
Ooh, that will scare somebody.
Fucking fuzzy slippers and lip gloss.
What you are witnessing is real. The participants are not actors.
Is it one Jennifer or two Jennifers?
Thanks so much, Jennifer.
Bye, Jennifer.